What if I told you that the diet your friend has been raving about, that has given her these amazing weight loss results and clear skin, is actually detrimental to your health? Did you know that two people can eat the exact same food for the exact same amount of time and have completely different health effects? And stay until the end of this video, and I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do starting today that can help you achieve a personalized nutrition plan that is designed for your specific body type. We customize everything as human beings. We customize our hair, we customize our clothes according to the way that we want it. We build and customize our houses, and we decorate them according to our taste and according to what makes us feel comfortable, according to what we like, according to what we love. So why do we stop at customizing what we eat based on our particular body types? Hi, I'm Svetlana. I'm a certified nutritionist, and in this video, I'm going to reveal to you how personalized nutrition is changing the game to a point where doctors are coming to nutritionists and saying, hey, I've got this patient who is battling with this type of degenerative disease, and what can we do? What can we incorporate in their day-to-day meals, in their lifestyle, to actually enhance or optimize the efficiency of the pharmaceutical medication that they are already on in order for them to get positive results? I'm a certified nutritionist. A lot of people always ask me, or they always bring up in random conversation, oh, my friend is doing this keto diet, my friend is doing this plant-based diet, a friend of mine went on a Banting diet, and there's all these types of craves about what people think is working, what is trending, what is in. What I always say is that it's not a one size fits all. Everybody cannot wear the exact same thing of the exact same size and expect the exact same results. How your body responds is determined by a lot of factors. It's a multifaceted conversation. How your body responds to whether you want to lose weight or gain weight, or if you're trying to clear up acne, if you're dealing with a degenerative disease, or if you're trying to control low blood pressure or high blood pressure, if you're trying to control diabetes. Everybody's body will respond differently based on multiple things. It's a multifaceted conversation. It depends on your age, it depends on your gender, it depends on your race, it depends on your microbiome type, it depends on your genes, it depends on where you live geographically. There's so many factors that are filtered into how your body responds to a certain diet. So just picking something up because it worked for your friend or because it's trending on social media right now doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to work for you. And this is why personalized nutrition is basically the next best thing. Somebody like myself, my job is to, in a sense, teach people how to eat. But you teach people how to eat based on what their needs are. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to achieve? Personalized nutrition is an approach that tailors diet recommendations based on your individual genetics, on your gut microbiome, on your lifestyle, and ultimately what you're trying to achieve by changing your diet. In 2015, a study from the King's College London found that even identical twins who basically shared DNA when they were being conceived respond differently to the same type of foods. So a diet plan that works for a middle-aged Caucasian woman living in California cannot work for a middle-aged black woman living in the UK, for example, or for a 25-year-old mixed race woman that is living in, Indonesia or Malaysia or something. Personalized nutrition is a science-backed approach that designs your diet based on your DNA, based on your gut microbiome, based on your lifestyle, and based on what you're trying to achieve by changing your diet. Imagine getting a meal that is tailor-made to your body's needs at every single moment. And it's the same thing with the human body. The body is a machine. And whatever you put in the body needs to be tailor-made to the body's needs and to the body's pattern of growth, to the body's direction of growth. Over the past couple of years, there's a lot of these crazy Asian diets online, right? It's all about maintaining your skin and looking 20 when you're in your 60s and your 70s, because all these Korean women or Chinese women are getting it right, Taiwanese women are getting it right, but that is partially made up because of their genetic. It's got about 40% to do with what they're eating and 60% to do with their genes. So as a black woman, for example, I cannot follow a Korean diet for maintaining youthful skin and thinking that by the time I'm 60 or 70, I'm still going to look like this. That's just unrealistic. Genetics play a huge role in how your body responds to certain foods. There's case studies that have been done that indicate and show that black people's bodies and their health systems and immune systems thrive better on plant-based diets. That is partially because we come from a genetic background where our ancestors basically grew their own food. Everything was organic, and if they did consume animal product, it would be from goats and cattle that they farmed themselves, they fed them themselves. If it was chicken, they fed them themselves, they fed them organic feed, they know exactly what they ate, and it's not coming from hormone injected cows or hormone injected goats or chickens that grew in a couple of weeks. So they knew exactly what they were consuming. So as a black person, genetically, your body will thrive better when it's eating, say, about 70-80% plant-based foods, whereas with the Caucasian persons will thrive better on animal-based products, but again, not on the hormone-fed cattle, but on organic wild meat, for example. So it will be the direction of game, because genetically the Caucasian community comes from a background where they hunted game, they hunted wild animals, and they would incorporate that in with wild berries or wild fruits and things like that. So as a Caucasian person, if you're consuming about 70%, 60% animal product, then it cannot be hormone fed beef or cheese or milk, but it would be something that is organic. For example, game, that would be better for you than beef. Would you be interested in doing a DNA test and a microbiome test? Comment in the comment section below. And if you're interested in a personalized nutrition plan, there is a link in the video here below that will take you to my questionnaire landing page. Basically, that's where you can click on it. Your information is going to be completely confidential. I use that for all my clientele. All my nutrition consultation services are done virtually, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Just click on the link below, share your information. I will get back to you, and together we can work out, or we can put together a personalized nutrition plan for you. So imagine a meal that is tailored to your body's needs, whether you need more energy, you need better digestion, you need to lose weight, you need to gain weight, whether you need to clear up acne, whether you're battling with low blood pressure, high blood pressure, or you're battling with diabetes, or if you're battling with a fear of cancer running in the family. And something that I always say to people, and very few people believe, but it's because of our conditioning, right? Degenerative diseases like cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, these are ailments that are about 5% inherited, and 90% it is basically just the same type of genes that are responding to the same type of foods in exactly the same way over multiple generations. So for example, your mom suffered from cancer, your grandmother suffered from cancer, now you're in fear that you might suffer from cancer, or you've got the risk of having inherited that from your parents. The only reason that would be is because you share the same gene type as your mother and your grandmother, and because certain foods have been passed on in generations, right? Family recipes where you cook the same type of food because your mother cooked it that way, your grandmother cooked it that way, her grandmother cooked it that way, and at a certain age, she got diagnosed with cancer. Then your grandmother got diagnosed with cancer. Your mother got diagnosed with cancer. Now you're fearing, you're approaching, say, 30, 40, and you're thinking it might happen to you. But what is happening is it's the same gene type that you share with all of them that is responding to the same type of food and the same lifestyle, and sometimes the same stress levels, because we know that there are certain dynamics in families that are kind of passed on from one generation to another. So it's just the same type of gene responding exactly the same way. And we know that cancer genes are basically just cells that are in a specific part of your body that are growing in an abnormal way than what they should be. So if you were to change certain eating habits and cut out some of mom and grandma's recipes and the way they make the mac and cheese and all the heavy on spices, then the cells in that part of your body will start to respond differently than what the exact same cells in their bodies responded, because they were eating the same foods. And this is why personalized nutrition is on the rise, because there's so many case studies done and people are waking up to the reality of what it actually is, where certain ailments are coming from, and what we can do to keep them at bay versus us trying to correct it after the damage has already been done. 5 years from now, it is estimated that about 50% of people will be using DNA-based nutrition plans, where you basically have a DNA test done, your microbiomes are tested, your blood platelets are tested, and this will determine the type of nutrition plan that you need to have in place. This can also help new parents with kids, so you understand what it is that you need to feed your kids from a very young age, and how you can use nutrition to basically optimize enhancing their health. Like right now, there's a huge concern, something that I even dread getting into most of the time. It is what vaccines are doing to young children.
Look at me. Give me.
3-year-old Indiana is in intensive therapy.
Look at me. Look at me.
It's a daily struggle for his parents to simply reach their son, who they've lost to autism.
Look at me.
He's just sits there, or spins around, and he's just not communicating at all, like a zombie.
Look at me.
The difference is startling. Fleur and Grant Hume say this home video of their son shows a bubbly toddler developing normally.
Oh, he was just the most interactive little boy.
He was so playful. He was always just running around, running up to you, hugging you. And we thought he was actually developing early, because his speech really started coming on really quickly. And we thought, we got a genius on our hands.
Touch tummy.
Just after his first birthday, Indiana changed, withdrawing completely.
It's pretty heart-wrenching as a parent to see that. You look at your child and you think, where's my little happy boy gone? Where's he gone?
So what happened?
Within 2 weeks of the MMR injection, he had such a profound change of his personality.
Language loss. His speech really dropped off.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Indiana is not alone. There are thousands of parents who are all saying the same thing, that the triple antigen, MMR, is to blame for their children's autism.
In 1995, 96, I started getting calls from parents who said my child was developing perfectly normally, and then they had their MMR vaccine in many cases, and then they just disappeared.
British gastroenterologist Dr. Andrew Wakefield believes he's found a link between the vaccine and autism. 3 years ago, he published his findings in the British medical journal The Lancet after studying 12 children whose parents saw a severe reaction following the routine inoculation.
These parents were not anti-vaccine. They'd taken their children along to be vaccinated. They were like you and me. They were highly articulate, professional individuals, many of them, who had merely followed the rules, but had observed these dramatic changes in their children.
Both Terry and his older brother Michael have been diagnosed with high-functioning autism.
No, dark. No, we're not making it dark, Michael. No, wait.
Their parents, Isabel and Ian Thomas, haven't had a good sleep in a long time. It's like this day and night.
Sit down to eat, Michael.
But again, their parents say, as toddlers, they were developing normally.
Terry was walking when he was 10 months old, and Michael was talking fluently at the age of 2.
What happened to your boys?
We lost them. We lost our boys, and we were given 2 boys, the same outward body, but inside different. and that was after we had them vaccinated.
Now, the fundamental rule of clinical medicine is that you listen to the patient or the patient's parents. And so when they say to me, I think this was MMR, do we take that seriously or not? Damn right we do. We take it very seriously and we investigate it. And we do not dismiss it as coincidence without thorough investigation.
That's exactly what parents like the Thomases are demanding, a fuller investigation of their children before their claims are dismissed.
You have no doubt what caused this?
No doubt at all. 100% certain it was the MMR.
And a lot of these vaccines, doctors are realizing that if kids are fed the right food from a very young age, some of these vaccines would not be necessary at such a young age, because a lot of these kids are going through hell because of receiving certain types of vaccines that have now generated these mRNAs, which are detrimental to a lot of children's health. So if you know what exactly to do and what to feed your kids from a young age, and you know what vaccine shots to avoid, because you know exactly what to do in order to enhance your child's health, then I think that is richer than any amount of gold or money that you can have. How do you start a personalized nutrition? Well, first of all, the first step is you go to see somebody like me, a nutritionist, and they'll put a plan in place for you. It will start with a bunch of questionnaires. It will start with some tests being done. First of those being a DNA and a microbiome test. What is a DNA or microbiome test? Well, I think a DNA, we all know what that is, but microbiome is basically a collection of, say, microbes like bacteria, fungi, viruses, and their genes that live in our bodies, or that are naturally living in our bodies in one area. We depend on a vast army of microbes to stay alive. A microbiome that protects us against germs breaks down food to release energy and produce vitamins, which is what your body needs, right? Then secondly, what the nutritionist or dietitian is going to do is identify your body's personal needs. What are you sensitive to? What does your body thrive on? Is it high carbs, low carbs? Is certain vitamins that are lacking in your body or lacking in your system or in your diet? And the third thing is up to you, because you now have to start adjusting your diet and your eating habits based on these findings and these results. This will lead to better digestion. It will lead to better health. It will lead to a higher immune system or boosted immune system. It will lead to you having better energy throughout the day, depending on what work you do, because the type of work you do is also very important to the type of meal plan or customized nutrition plan that needs to be in place. One person has a very active job, for example, like I have an active job, my 8 to 5, I'm a restaurant manager, so about 8 hours of my day is spent up and down. I'm talking a lot to people, and only 2 hours or 3 hours out of the day I'm actually sitting down, or I'm sitting in front of a computer. So a lot of my time is spent moving, whereas another person could be, say, a banker, an accountant, and about 8 or 9 hours of their day is basically spent on a computer. It's not spent on human interaction, and all of that also has an effect on your immune system. It has an effect on your sleep patterns. It has an effect on your energy levels, and these are things that usually we don't consider when we are picking and choosing all these diet plan crazes that are floating around on social media. But this is very important, which is why somebody like me would come in and sort of break it down for you and help you to understand that because of your lifestyle, because of where you live, because of your daily habits, because of the type of job that you do, how you sleep at night, whether you sleep at night, are you working nights, is your mind still active when you go to sleep, all of those things have a huge effect in your immune system. And about 70% of your body is actually made up of your immune system, all the way from your nasal cavity down to your esophagus area, to your stomach, to your intestine. That is all forming part of your immune system. So all of that needs to be serviced on a regular, like if you drive a car, in order for your car to be in good condition, you need to take it in on a regular basis for service. You need to make sure that you refuel it when it needs fuel, and you have to fuel it with the right type of energy. You cannot put diesel in a car that's supposed to run on petrol. That makes no sense. So if it doesn't make sense for a car, it does not make any sense for your body. Would you ever take a DNA test in order to find your perfect diet type? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want to dive deeper into this topic, hit subscribe, hit the notification button. I will definitely be doing another video, especially on DNA and microbiome testing, where you can go, what you need to do, what you need to tell your doctor, what you need to look out for, the type of institutions that do it depending on where you're living, and a lot more exciting healthy insights coming up. This is what I do. I love what I do, and like I said, everything is done virtually wherever you are, whether you are in the USA, whether you're in China, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in South Africa. Click the link below and let's help get your health to where it needs to be. And if you're interested, here is a video that I did on 7 foods that you can eat to enhance skin radiance so you can have popping skin like me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.